welcome to my vlog. My name is Heaven. I am a stay-at-home mom and wife. I have a 3-year-old toddler boy named Noah J, and on this vlog I vlog about all things motherhood and lifestyle. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the new homeschool resources I purchased for us to use during this school season. The school season has already started for us. We're about 1 month in. But I'm always looking for new resources and new things that we can use for various units that we're going to be using throughout the school year. So as I find them, I'll try to share them with you guys so that maybe you guys can get an idea, because I'm always finding different types of helpful resources and ideas from other homeschool mamas as well. I do have a couple of units in mind that we're going to be doing within the next few weeks. So I wanted to go online and find some resources that we can use for that purpose. I also know some of the new skills that I'm planning to teach Noah. So I also like to go online and find some manipulatives and some different ways that we can teach him those new skills that we know he needs to work up on or that are brand new to him. And the best way for us to teach him is through, things that he can kind of see or feel or play with or be interactive with. So although we have our homeschool curriculum, which we love to be able to sit him down and learn how to kind of like focus and to be able to pay attention. The workbooks are good for that. But sometimes the best way for our little ones to learn are to get away from the workbooks and kind of just get out into the real world or read like a good book and be able to see things. So I'm going to show you guys what I just purchased from Amazon. They're not always expensive. Sometimes you might find like something that's a little more pricey, but for the most part, I can always find new learning resources for him that are super affordable from like a local store or from Amazon. So all of the things that I'm going to be showing today were from Amazon, and if you see anything that you might want to use for your little one as well, maybe not just for homeschool, but just to have in the home to kind of just use to learn, then let me know, and I'll be sure to link it down below for you guys. But for those of you who do not know, or for anyone who is new and this is your very first time on my channel, we incorporate Montessori learning with the traditional way of homeschooling as well. So we use a primary homeschool curriculum, and we also incorporate the Montessori method of learning, where we use manipulatives and puzzles and just daily learning through the things that we do every day. So if you want to learn more about how we do that, I'll be sure to leave a link for that video below. But for now, we're just going to get right into today's topic. So this time around, I purchased a few books, a few Montessori puzzles, as well as a couple of manipulatives that we can use for the new units that we're going to be introducing. So I'll start off with the books. The biggest, most hefty one that I found was the Smithsonian animal book, and it's literally like a visual encyclopedia of life on Earth. The thing that drew me to this book is that we recently did a little lesson on living things versus non-living things, and I was trying to find a way to introduce more in depth to him the difference and to really learn what it truly means to have life. So the way that I do that is, one, through Bible readings and Bible stories, but also through just giving him an example of what a living creature or a living thing is. Plants, animals, things in our environment. There is so much to life on Earth, and so this book, although pretty hefty, is like a perfect way to not only teach him a bunch of different concepts. For instance, we can do a unit on animals, a unit on butterflies, on birds, on plants, on insects, and we'll be able to kind of just go through this very large book, and we can kind of just find something on that concept and on that topic without me having to buy like different separate books. So that is what I love about this book. It's by Smithsonian, and it's called The Animal Book, a visual encyclopedia of life on Earth. Come face to face with flying snakes, shape-shifting octopuses, color-changing chameleons, exploding fungi, and carnivorous plants in the spectacular guide to animals and every other living thing on Earth, packed with over 1,500 incredible images and fascinating facts. The Animal Book captures all the wonders of the natural world in one amazing volume. And it has like units on bacteria, on insects, different types of sharks, which is something else that Noah loves, as we recently did a unit on like sea animals. So it also has all the different sea animals and fishes. So I'm sure that he will love that, and it'll be pretty familiar for him. Then it also has the amphibians, reptiles, and what I love is that like all of the visuals and all of the images are kind of realistic. I think like the best way to teach young minds, because they can at this age, Noah is 3, they can definitely tolerate it. So I love to be able to like show him these things in a real life form, or the way that they actually look in real life. It has like land animals, just everything, and it's a pretty huge book. It has about 300 pages in here, and we can use this book for a very long time, through preschool, through grade school, through middle school. And it's one of those things that has so much information and so much to learn about, that there's always something new to introduce to him, or something familiar that he can learn about as well. And I think I got that one for about 20 something bucks. So in my opinion, the fact that I don't have to buy like separate individual books to introduce all of those different concepts to him, 20 something dollars is a pretty good price in my opinion. I also got him a dinosaur book, because he's taken an interest in dinosaurs recently, and this one is by National Geographic. And I love National Geographic books because they also again have like the realistic images, and they have like a lot of like beautiful visuals and different concepts to teach to him. So like this is like a beautiful cover page on the inside of the book that in my opinion will kind of just draw his attention. He's getting to that age where he likes this type of things, you know, things that spark a little more curiosity in him. Things are a little different from what he's been used to in the past. So this one has like so much information about like all the different dinosaurs. It teaches him every different dinosaur, like what they eat, how long they lived for, like where they've come from. To be honest, I don't remember learning a lot about dinosaurs when I was in school, and so it'd be a perfect learning experience for the both of us. I don't know if they teach a lot about dinosaurs in school now. I don't know if it has anything to do with them being extinct, but I think it's a really great learning unit. Toddlers love the dinosaur concept. So that's one of the learning units that we're going to be doing this school year. We can spend a nice amount of time on this unit. And to go along with that, when we were at Disney World, we got on like this dinosaur ride, and afterwards they had like a little dinosaur shop, and he wanted to pick up like all of the dinosaur toys. So we got him a couple of them. But we also got him like a bucket that has like all the different types of dinosaurs, so we can kind of put them together in units and really just spark some curiosity in his mind. And I even took it so far like to purchase him like this little dinosaur playset from Target. It was on sale for $3 a piece, so I got this little set for $6. It's just a little dinosaur crew neck. Nice little warm play set for him. The shirt and the pants. This one's normally $6, and this one's normally $8, but this one was $4 and this one was $3, so they were both half off. I know it's kind of corny to like dress him in this little dinosaur outfit and then sit him down and learn about dinosaurs, but I think it's kind of cute and it keeps him interested as well. And then we also saw these little shoes from Target for $10 with dinosaurs in it, and we got him like a couple of outfits. I'll leave a link for that video as well, but we got him some outfits. One that is going to match this one perfectly, just a little something that he can kind of just wear on a play date or to church or to Sunday school or something like that. So the way that I kind of keep him interested in the things that we're learning through our homeschool lessons is again through everyday living and everyday life, to try and spark curiosity that way as well. So like the television shows, or like going to the museums, or like I said, like when we went to Disney World, we learned about dinosaurs, we got on a little roller coaster, things like that helps him to stay more interested in the things that we're learning. I also got this book called The World is Awake for Little Ones. It is the cutest little book. It says, take a journey with your little one through a day filled with sunshine, flowers, animals, and family. The world is awake with all of God's blessings. this is a perfect book to teach him about like all the things that God has made in our world and all of God's daily blessings. A perfect way to get him to kind of just take in all of our daily blessings in the world around us, something that we as adults can kind of learn from as well. Let go of like the negativity and let go of like all of our worry and all of our anxiety, and kind of just like look around us and see like all of the blessings that God has given us, and kind of just slow down in life. So this is a really cute book to introduce that concept to him. It's perfect for like circle time or story time, where we kind of have like a little relaxed day or just a little moment away from all of the formal learning, and just talk about all of life's little beauties that we can be thankful for. I also got this book. We discovered this book when we went to the library a few months ago, last spring or summer. We went to the library and we checked out this book, but of course we had to return it. But I thought it was a really cute book, so I went ahead and found it from Amazon. Only $5. Very inexpensive, but a lot of knowledge that is easy to follow for little ones. So it's a very short book, so short that you could read it multiple times. You could read it every day during like a solar system unit, and you could like focus on one page at a time if you just want to learn about Mars that day or Jupiter that day. Very short sentences to explain what each planet is. A good way for him to really be able to understand it and learn it. So I like this book for our solar system unit, another unit that we're going to be learning for science. And to go with this, we actually got a puzzle. It's still in the wrapper, but it's just a little puzzle that I can kind of just put like a little double-sided sticky tape on the bottom, and if I want to, I can kind of just stick it to his desk that day and we can read the book. But it's a great way for him to remember the name of them, remember what they look like, to kind of get it to just stick, because outside of the book, it's also important to have manipulatives like this where he can kind of just interact with the things. And so I looked at like the little solar system that I remember when I was in school. It was like an actual figure, and it had everything placed where they actually belong. And that's something that I think I'm definitely going to want to introduce to him, but once he's a little bit older. For now, I think this is good enough. Puzzles is just one of the ways that Noah has always been great at learning. We taught Noah his shapes, his colors, his alphabet, his numbers, his animals. All of those we taught him using wooden puzzles. So that is our go-to, and it's something that we know, so why not stick to the things that we know? And then of course I got him another little set from Target, a little solar system set to go along with that unit, to kind of just have a little fun and a little style with it as well. So that is all for our books. But I also have like one additional little workbook here. I've never used this brand before. Home Workbooks Gold Star Edition by Carson DeLosa Education. This is my first time trying out this book. I'm not familiar with the series or anything like that, so we're just gonna have to see if I like it or not. It was very inexpensive. I think I only paid $5 for it. But it's time for me to start introducing sight words and spelling and like letter pronunciation. As a homeschool mom and a new homeschool mom at that, I'm always trying to find what works, and sometimes that is just through trying different things and then learning what works. Like how I said that we know puzzles works, there are some things that I'm not for sure about, so I have to kind of just learn, and that's just kind of how it goes. Not even just with homeschool, it's just with motherhood, as they grow older, as you're introducing new skills and things like that to our little ones, we kind of just have to try it and then see what works. So this is a newer book that I'm hoping he takes a liking to. Hopefully it works. So like for instance, on this page, just say the name of each one so that he can hear how they sound, and then circle the one that starts with the letter D. So that's great for introducing, like letter sounds. It does the same for like C, for D, all throughout the alphabet. I don't see one for the letter A. So that is interesting enough. Maybe, let me see. C and D. Okay, so it skips the letter E as well. My guess is that it introduces the vowels later on in the book. I don't know. We're going to see. It also lets him trace the letters here. And then again, circle the item that starts with that letter. So that is what the beginning of the book is kind of like. And then here it makes him circle instead of the object, but the letter that it starts with. And so these are things that I've been slowly introducing to him. So I'm thinking like this workbook will kind of just help me do that a little bit more. So that's another workbook that I got. That is it for all of the books. And so now I'll show you guys the puzzles that I got for him. So aside from the solar system puzzle, I also got him this one to help him with letters, sight words, and spelling. And this is a matching letter game. So basically it has like a little tray. I love the trays because I can just set it on his Montessori shelf. So yes, I love these trays. It helps him to match the letters, to spell the words. So basically you pick the card. For instance, this one has pig on it. And then you'll like lay out the blocks. And then he has to try and spell out the word. So you can like put the card here or kind of just hold it up and show it to him so that he can kind of put them out by himself. So say I'll show him the card doll, and then he'll try and find the D, the O, the L, and the L, and then we'll pronounce like the sound that they make. And then I'll also eventually try and put it here in the slot and cover up the word and try to get him to spell it out that way. And then I'll help him again by pronouncing each letter. For instance, if it was milk, I'll put the card and we'll say milk together and we'll go over the sound of each letter. For instance, I'll ask him what does milk start with, and he'll say M. He's good with that as long as I say it just like that, milk. And then I'll go to the next one, and then I'll say what letter is that? He'll put the I. The same thing with the L, il. You know, just like that, ilk. And I'll go all the way across to try and get him to understand that is how you sound out the word milk. So trial and error. We shall see how this works. I'm hoping that it works out well for him. This is our first time introducing spelling to him. So we're just going to see how that goes. And then I also got him some sight word flashcards. They were only $3. They're for ages 4 and up. I know that he's 3, but even if he doesn't fully get like perfect at it until he's 4, I think that even at 3, introducing it to him makes it easier for him when he gets closer to the age of 4, which he will be in just 6 months. It'll help him, you know, it'll be more familiar, and you never know, he might actually be able to learn these things now. So flashcards are another thing that has always worked really good with us. And then I got him this little rock set. So all it is like these really colorful little rocks, and you're supposed to stack them like blocks. He loves his blocks. He loves stacking things. They're different sizes, so it has like the big one, and then it has like the smaller one, but you're supposed to be able to stack them on top of each other because like they have the little flat edges to where he can figure out how to stack them. So he can stack it like that, but obviously he'll know like he has to put the smallest ones on top. So it'll basically teach him how to use proportion to get all of the rocks to stack up without them falling over. I think that's a really great critical thinking learning puzzle that he can use. So I will put this one on our Montessori learning shelf, just put it out in the tray and then let him play around with it, see like how he can put it on there to be able to stack them up strategically. It's not a bunch of them. I think this one has 21 pieces, so I think he will enjoy that. In the past, we have done the wooden puzzle that kind of just has like the slot for it, like the big, large, like animal or shape puzzle where you just have to put it where it goes, but not necessarily together, like the alphabet puzzles and things like that. We have a lot of those different puzzles, and I did a video on those types of puzzles when I did like a short video on all of our different type of Montessori toys and puzzles that we have. But what we didn't have is like a jigsaw type puzzle where he have to actually put the pieces together. I stuck with something that I know he likes, which is like vehicles. So it has 4 different vehicles in this set. It has a race car, a school bus, a train, and a fire truck. All things that I know he'll like, and this one is by Melissa and Doug. The puzzles are only 12 pieces, so this is a great way to introduce jigsaw puzzles to him. He's not to the point where he can do like full 50-piece or 100-piece puzzles, but I think he may be able to start off with this. I'll put these on his Montessori shelf as well. Lastly, I got him this toddler paper cutting set because he loves cutting. He's pretty good with the safety scissors now, but he's always looking for something to cut, and normally it's just paper, but I know that's not going to help him to really learn like that skill. He needs something to actually be able to practice with, like a shape or an object. So I got him this set. So it comes with a few different pairs of safety scissors, so 3, which is great if you have like multiple children or multiple students. And then it has like a bunch of the sheets that he can try and cut out precisely. So that is something else that we got. So that is the last piece that I got from Amazon on this homeschool shopping haul. And I think that all of these things will be great to incorporate and add to what we already have. Again, I will be sure to leave like a link to all the other things that I was showing you guys that we have before. And then as we get further into the school year and as we introduce new units and new skills and new concepts, I'll get more things and I'll see what works and I'll see what doesn't work, so I'll know, you know, what more he needs. But I think that this is a great start for like the solar system, the animals, and the dinosaur units, as well as teaching him new like motor skills with the cutting and new critical thinking with like the puzzles, as well as teaching him new phonics such as spelling and sight words and reading and things like that. I want to get him a few more things to teach him how to read, but I didn't want to just skip over like the spelling and the pronunciation of the words. Hopefully that'll make it easier for him when I begin to teach him how to read like full sentences. So that is where we are right now. We're just finishing up our Horizons Preschool for Threes curriculum. We just have a couple more pages left. We were doing that before we went on vacation and all throughout the summer, and so now we're just finishing that up. I'm going to do a review on my thoughts for the Horizon and why I am not going to be using the Horizons curriculum for this school year, and why I'm going to be trying The Good and the Beautiful instead. And then I'll do like an unboxing overview before we begin the Good and the Beautiful preschool curriculum. But that is all for this video. I just wanted to show you guys some of the newer things that we have purchased, some of the newer homeschool resources that we're going to be incorporating into the school year. I'd love to know some of the resources, some of your go-tos, some of your ways of teaching these learning concepts, maybe some of the units that you're going to be using for homeschool this school year as well, or even in the past. So if you have any tips or any resources or information, I do ask and do encourage you to leave them down below in the comment section. I hope that you found this video helpful if you were looking for some new learning resources for your little one, or some new learning concepts to incorporate into your homeschool school year. If you did find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.